Hey everyone, how you lives treating you? It's Eric Levy here, watching another episode of EML77 TV, episode 256. I gotta call out somebody on Twitter if you don't mind. I got a bone to pick with this guy, and I'll tell you why. This guy named at Champ Smokes, which, yeah, he's been smoking too much I don't know of weed or what. This guy had the unmitigated gall to go on, put a video on Twitter, being upset that Undertaker and Ric Flair canceled their appearances, and he had the unmitigated gall to ask for an Ashley Massaro meet and greet. Dude, let me cut to the chase here. You're dumb. You're a moronic idiot. I mean, you obviously know why Undertaker canceled his appearance at StarCast, right? All right. The WWE needed him for the Super Showdown event in Saudi Arabia. All right. And two, you know why Ric Flair canceled out, because of his health. His health's very important. And then this takes the cake. You had the unmitigated gall to ask for an Ashley Massaro meet and greet, and you thought that she was hanging out. She's dead. Champ Smokes, you've been smoking way too much or whatever. You know, this is what irks me about people on the internet, especially on Twitter. They say some people say some of the dumbest things on there. And here I am, and then all of a sudden I'm going, dude, you realize what you're saying? Hey, listen, I'm not going to fight you or anything like that. I'm just telling you, stop. You got to stop the crap that you're pulling there, Champ Smoke. Seriously. I mean, come on. It's that you're being a moron, you're being a dummy, you just want attention, and then this guy has the unmitigated goal to ask Conrad Thompson, who runs the StarCast thing, to get his money back. Dude, you know why Undertaker's not there, you know why Ric Flair's not there, and you should know why Ashley's not even there. I mean, listen, some people don't need to be on the internet. So you look around, and you're getting and it's angry, and it's like some people get to be so dumb on the internet, and I mean, it's seriously, I'm just, this, there's some people I want, like, do that face palm, meme, Ryan Reynolds. I'm like, oh my good lord. I mean, seriously. And I tweeted this to him. I tweeted, you complain about Undertaker and Ric Flair not showing up when you should know why they had to cancel their appearances. And then I told this Champ Smokes guy he had the unmitigated gall to ask about Ashley Massaro meet and greet, and then you want your money back. And I got a lot of respect for those who have been doing this, and we're doing these events, and they do a wonderful job. I mean, and this Champ Smokes guy, I don't know what his issue is, but he's got to stop. You got to stop, man, bro. You got to stop. Seriously, that is most disrespectful tweet. And people, tweet something and they say, oh, we don't mean by it, we don't mean that. Listen, you tweeted it out. If you tweet something controversial, they're gonna get on your case about it. There's no way. I tweeted some few things in the past, and people got on my case about it, or I responded to a tweet or something like that, and they get on my case. It's like, I'm like trying to tell people, just knock it off. No one's perfect, but still, come on, really, and then you got another, idiots on the internet. One guy taped himself being held up by the police, and the police officer is telling him many different things. Shut off the car, keep your hands up. You left, you came back, and then you left. You didn't leave, and you can't, never. And the cop was basically trying to find a reason to shoot this gentleman. And I think it's a race issue, because the gentleman filming the whole thing was was African American, then the cop was like holding the gun and everything else. It's ridiculous, and a lot of ridiculous things going around. And sometimes you're wondering, yeah, it is time. Yeah, it's the times are like that nowadays. It's a little crazy, and sometimes I'll be honest with you. I wish I would flip back in time. Seriously, I would go back. I want to go back in time where everything was like easier and just simple and all that. But you realize, time, you can't go back. I wish I had a time machine to go, take myself back in time or something like that. And hey, I try to be respectful towards people on the internet and all that. So it's like I'm not, I don't want to, call out people and say, hey, I'm just saying, hey, basically, it's, hey, listen, what you're tweeting is not right. You're not thinking straight, dude. Think about what you just tweeted. If you're doing it to get attention, dude, don't just stop. I don't do this YouTube show to get attention. I don't. I do it to entertain people and have fun. Like I say, share my life with the world. I'm sharing my life. There's people that have things in common. Like they like game shows. There's people that like game shows. There's people like, and they subscribe to me. They like video games. They subscribe to me. And I got friends and family that subscribe to me on YouTube. I do this just for fun. Just for kicks and giggles. And be entertaining and at the same time be real. If I become internet famous, great, wonderful. Yep, I know. I'll get my own show and everything else. Yeah, okay, that's cool. But I'm not all about that. If they offered it to me, and then maybe it was like maybe I needed a career change. Get out of parents' basement. Get my own house and everything else, and then it's great. But right now, I am where I am at because situations, circumstances happen, especially here in New Bedford. It's really, really tough. But I am very thankful for where I'm at today. But there's people that shouldn't be on the internet posting stupid stuff and saying stupid stuff on the internet, and I'm like, ew, and especially when it comes to the ladies on the internet. I have some beautiful ladies I follow from actresses to female wrestlers to adult film actresses. I follow some lovely ladies and all. And one thing I've refrained from, and I had to be very, very careful, is how to compliment them. And I don't want to get I want to make sure I don't get too dirty or too raunchy. I'm trying to be simplistic with my compliments. To the point where simplistic with my compliments and responses. And I know it's not easy, but then you got these idiots that want to show off pictures of their private parts and like that's going to impress the ladies. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, sometimes I want to go, why? Just be yourself. That's the most. You want to impress people? Be yourself. Don't show off any parts of your body. Don't do anything stupid. Just be yourself. All right? Be yourself. Be real. You don't have to go all out and embarrass yourself, and then because there's kids that go on the internet, for goodness sakes. You got respect for families out there. It's like seriously. Seriously, it's like no respect on the internet. That's what it is. No respect on the internet, and it irks me so much. And listen, you do some of the stupidest things here. You get yourself blocked or kicked out of the social media giants or something like that. I feel like going. There's lots of time going. Why are you doing that? And those GIF memes. You get the face palm, and I feel like going, Lord Jesus, I gotta pray for these people. I don't know what's wrong with them, but Lord, give them wisdom. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's crazy. And I always like to be helpful towards people. And I talked to one of the adult film actors that I follow, Sienna West, and she talked about she's been asking about. She said she needed help about, she don't know anything about video games nowadays. what's good for middle schoolers, PlayStation or Nintendo. She don't want any violent games. There's like a Zelda, Candyland, Super Mario type games to go along. And I tweeted her back saying, I highly recommend a Nintendo Switch, which I have. You can buy the online service for only $20 for 1 year. You can play NES games on it, plus Super Mario Maker 2 will be released on 28th of June. And she says, okay, cool, thanks, babe. And I appreciate that. Anytime, happy to help. And I just remind her, and she said, I reminded her, Sienna, I told her one more thing. You can buy and download games via the Nintendo eShop. There are a lot of arcade archives on there, like arcade versions of Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, plus Mario Bros. Versus Super Mario Bros., the arcade version. And she thought that was really exciting. The arcade one is so cute. She said, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, yes. I said, for Pac-Man, you can get the Namco Museum arcade pack for the Switch. Got the Switch last year. What my experience with the Switch was. And, it's good to help people once in a while, especially celebrities or, I've always wanted to help people with the stuff that I have good knowledge of or I'm good at or an expert at. I love to help out people. And that's one, I think that's one of the things can use the internet. You can interact, that's the word I was looking for, with your favorite celebrities in all forms of entertainment and help, like Sienna West asked for help. She asked for help. She has a middle schooler for our child, and she asked for either PlayStation or Nintendo. I said I recommend Nintendo Switch. Nintendo is more kid friendly. I think Nintendo is very, very good. With that, they're very kid friendly. I told her about Super Mario Maker 2 coming out, and it's great to help people. Why don't we use the internet for something good, like helping people out? Helping out, not only communicating with family and friends, but to help others out, stuff like that, and just, have a good heart, and, basically you impress people, and people will respect you, and people will like you, instead of being mean and saying all these mean tweets and, sexually harass people on the internet. One of the female wrestlers, Jordan Grace, has been experiencing that. Try to be respectful. Be respectful out there, guys. And or else you're not going to get respect back. You want attention. The way you do it is not go out there, and I blocked another person yesterday because he said, if you're a wrestling fan, you're an idiot. And and he disrespected Velvet Sky, and people were disrespecting Gail Kim. And it's like, you really, people stop disrespecting celebrities. And no wonder why they don't want no part of social media anymore, because you got people out there that are being total idiots and disrespectful. Listen, I get it, you're jealous of the person because they're successful, they have all this money in the world, and you're stuck at some kind of 9-to-5 job, or you're stuck in a parent's basement, whatever. Listen, I have a minimum wage job. I live with my parents. But I'm not going to take that gives me no right to take my anger out on total strangers on the internet. That doesn't give me the right to take my anger out on celebrities, all right? And I'm not even angry about it. I'll tell you why. I'm thankful. I am thankful for where I am at. If it had not been for the Lord himself, I would not be here today. So I'm grateful for everything that I've been given, that I've worked hard for, and I'm grateful for the friends I've been given, that God has blessed me with, and what the Lord has blessed me with a lot. And so I'm just thankful. So I don't need to go out and disrespect other people that are more successful than I am. All right? You want to be successful as they are? Then work for it. Put in the work. Instead of going online and berating these people and saying and telling them that they're losers, they have no life and everything else. If you're bored, do something with your life. Don't go on the internet and berate people. I'm sorry, but that's my honest opinion. So for once, if you want to make the internet great again, be yourself, but at the same time, be helpful, be kind, be respectful. Do something good for your life for once instead of constantly disrespecting people on the internet. No matter what walk of life or entertainment, no matter what race, creed, color, sexual preference is, be respectful. Be respectful, be yourself, and remember and remember who you are, you know, and just, you know, be a good, yeah, be good, be good, and just be, you know, just be respectful. That's all. That's all I ask you guys. Be respectful on the internet. You know, I know you go through things in your life and you're sick and tired of your life and all. I get it. I understand that. I've been through it. But life is what, remember, life is what you make of it, guys. Just step up to the plate and try and say, I can do this. You know, I know life is not easy out there. Listen, it's not easy in my hometown of New Bedford. Never is. You know, but I live in a loving family that cares, and a lot of folks, you know, like I said, you know, people. And we got a lot of trolls who are bored out of their minds. They're like, oh, let me find this guy. He looks like a loser. You know, I'm like, really? So, again, Champ Smokes, search your heart. That's all. That's my advice to you: is search your heart. Look at yourself in the mirror. Search your soul, dude. You know, and if you got, and there's other people like Champ Smokes out there that like to be disrespectful and all. Please search your heart, search your souls, look at yourselves in the mirror, think about what you're doing, what you're saying, and how you're going about things in life, and try to be, try to change yourselves. You know, last thing I want to see is something bad happening to you. You know, I don't. You know, you want to be disrespectful. You know, there's an old saying: if you do not have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Plain and simple. That's my honest opinion. All right. I just want to be helpful and give advice, and you know, make sure that you guys are going to be okay. Listen, I'm not a perfect person. I make mistakes. I say stupid things sometimes. You know, and I learn a lot from the mistakes I've made in the past. You know, sometimes learning does help. So, hey, we'll see what happens. So, I just want to make sure that you know, there's too many disrespectful people on the internet, and it's got to stop. Somehow, it's got to stop. Stop the disrespect. And start being respectful. That's all I have to say about that. So that's all the time we have, and God's blessings, love, and light to all of you. Catch you on the flip side. Remember, pay attention. You might learn something. I'll see you guys later. And you guys, and another thing is, don't bring your family drama or your friend drama on the internet as well. Don't rope anybody else into it. All right. I think all this is internet drama, and stop the internet drama and just be entertaining, have fun, like I am, and just like I said, put smiles on people's faces. We need to be more positive on the internet and not negative. All right. So that's it for episode 256. So I want to tell you what's on my mind, and I don't know what to call this title. Probably disrespectful internet, maybe, and that's why I think I'm going to call it. Give it a fancy name of some sorts. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a great, wonderful night, and I'll see you in episode 257. Possibly in that next episode, I'll talk about my picks and predictions for NXT TakeOver 25. See you. Have a good night, guys.